Yes, everyone and their mom's favorite wrestling recap for the week coming out on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. Oh, that is so tough for my 5 subscribers. Starting off with Monday Night Raw. Naomi is now the Women's World Champion. Now we seriously have so many potential matchups and potential storylines. And we're getting a triple threat at SummerSlam of Naomi, Rhea, and Io. Are you kidding me? What is this? It couldn't have just been Naomi versus Io for fuck's sake. Then we got Kabuki Warriors versus Raquel and Roxanne. My biggest pet peeve with WWE right now is they don't capitalize off the momentum of their pay-per-views. It's always rematches and rematches for weeks. We technically saw this match at Evolution, and does this match really do anything for either of the teams? Speaking of rematches, we get a 2 out of 3 falls match between Lyra and Bailey. It was actually a great TV match, good storytelling, but this leads us back to square one with another rematch. We get Becky versus Lyra 3 at SummerSlam. Boy oh boy. They had Chelsea Green job to Nikki Bella. Why is Nikki Bella getting wins in 2025? Moving on. Backstage segment with Rusev and Sheamus. They're teasing a rematch, most likely for one of the 2 nights at SummerSlam. I still can't believe this is fucking 2 nights. To my relief, we're not getting Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul. We're getting Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. This shit is so disrespectful to not only Drew but Randy. Mostly Drew. Drew should be in the main event picture. It doesn't matter which one, just in any of them. WWE does a gauntlet match after AEW had a couple on their pay-per-view. A bit suspicious, but okay. Winner faces Gunther at SummerSlam. I will say their gauntlet matches obviously have different rules. They're completely different in WWE than that of AEW's. Not to cause tribalism, but it's a nice touch, and it is why it has always been one of my favorite match types in the SmackDown versus Raw games. I just like how it's you just got to keep going. New opponent comes in after you beat one, and just make it to the end. Not only did we get to see hopefully future title matchups through this match, but we got some of the funniest shots of Gunther looking so displeased and bored. Great showing for Braun Breaker taking down Penta, LA Knight, Jey Uso as it comes down to Braun and CM Punk. Excellent character work by Braun, just talking shit to Punk and then reminded everyone he's still a rookie in there. As the vet, CM Punk takes advantage of Braun getting carried away. We're getting CM Trunks and Gunther at SummerSlam. On to NXT. Jacy Jane opens up NXT with another horrendous promo. There's no delivery. She doesn't convey emotions well. Her being a heel isn't believable. She just seems like she's trying to portray a mean girl so bad, but she just can't connect with it. Like it's against every fiber of her being. Like she's meant to be a babyface or something. Hint, hint. She's trying to build up her upcoming match against Masha Slamovich. When Masha makes the interruption, she says she will be the first to hold the NXT Women's Championship, as this match is for that title and the TNA Knockout Women's Championship, which was a nice twist. And of course, a second interruption as Sol Ruka and Zarya come out. Sol reminds Jacy there's already a double champion, which I guess is true, but what is it? I think it's one of them's like a speed or evolve title, and then the other one's the North American NXT Women's Championship. So big whoop. Even though Sol Ruka is probably my favorite right now. TNA is invading NXT. In other news, water is wet. Moving on. Tony D'Angelo wins the family triple threat against Luca and Lorenzo. Is anybody else tired of all this multi-man, multi-woman matches? I swear, we're in the era of lazy booking. Why can't we just get one-on-one matches? Why is it so difficult to book storylines between just two people? Why does it always have to be a triple threat or a fatal four-way for decisive matches or just throwaway matches on regular shows? It doesn't make sense. I want to see someone go one-on-one with The Undertaker, playa. Nice brawl between Obafemi, Josh Briggs, and Iwamura. Looked like Oba and Josh were actually landing solid punches. Iwamura just looked like a pinball and a casualty as he was just bouncing around between them, just brawling. And then it's made official that this is going to be the triple threat for the NXT Championship on next episode of NXT. What a gem Lexus King is turning out to be. He's apparently wearing noise canceling headphones throughout his daily routine just to see what it's like to be Miles Bourne. Just, what a guy. And speaking of multi person matches, Sol Ruka, Zarya, and Masha take on Fatal Influence. Yeah, 3-on-3 tag. I guess Masha pins JC Jane for the win. And you know what that means. Jane will most likely beat Masha. And I was right, because I'm, of course, doing this a bit late. And this was written before the pay per view. Sue me. On to Dynamite. The champ Adam Page opens up Dynamite with a fired up promo. He then gets to thanking a list of people that made it possible, which sounded just like a graduation speech, but hey, it's perfect for the moment and made sense. Finally, Hangman delivers a great promo, in my honest opinion. And then we get Cope. Cope comes out to say he didn't come out to save Christian at All In, which makes no sense because he technically did save him. If he didn't want to save him, he could have just stayed on the ramp instead of making his way down to the ring. I digress. And I'm just looking forward to him finally teaming back up with Christian Cage. We get another tremendous promo by Timeless Toni Storm as she makes plenty of puns and celebrates her victory over Mercedes at the cost of losing her butler, Luther. And finally, for Dynamite, I'm just surprised that the Young Bucks and Jon Moxley didn't take time off, because now would have been perfect, even if it was just for 2 weeks, so people can miss them, if that's possible. But if anything, this just shows they're dedicated to the company and want to keep interest in the product high, so it's not really a bad thing either. Finally, on to SmackDown. It's like Triple H listened to me with the formation of tag teams consisting of main eventers. No, not Jelly Roll and Randy Orton, but Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Although Charlotte already automatically got them a tag title match at SummerSlam somehow. I'm not complaining for this one. This is how you build interest in tag teams and elevate the titles. Let's just see how this is all executed. We got Carmelo Hayes jobbing a Damian Priest. I'm not even a fan of Melo, but this guy can at least be someone in the mid card for now while he improves the main eventer. And I stand corrected as it ends in a DQ instead, thanks to Aleister Black. But at least Melo didn't take the loss. In other news, Solo is killing it with this new gimmick. The heelish tactics mixed in with comedic timing is 100 times better than his enforcer role for the Bloodline. It actually lets him connect with the people as he actually shows personality. Finally, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, twice in a lifetime signing. Cody just yaps about standing tall and not flinching in tough matchups. Yeah, rada rada. And then Cena tries to weasel his way out of SummerSlam. After a lame brawl, Cody hits a splash onto Cena through a table. I didn't think this feud could get any more boring and lackluster, but here we are. I defended their WrestleMania match just to get slapped in the face by their bullshit. I really hope the next week or two is better in building up the match. And that was This Week in Wrestling. See you next week.